Heavenly music.
I'm so cold, I need a coat in the kitchen. I bust two verses and then go to intermission. It's no way you can provoke my vision. I don't plan, I make a whole fake commission, baby. Come on now, you know I wrote compositions that made niggas wish they never spoke, but they was spitting out. So right here, I'm about to blow from intentions like pride. You don't even know what you're getting now. A couple quick can't slow my conditions, can't throw my positions. I flow with precision. It's a must I keep it on the low in addition to all my weapons and more ammunition. I'm MJG, I'm so in attention.
This is amazing. This is just look, nigga. Let's focus. Never heard this nigga again, but this is his only credit. He did it. Let's all go get Cadillacs right now.
Hello. Welcome everybody to Just a Dope Ass Podcast, where we listen to music like this year round. Well, you like to listen to summer music. Summer is past. We're not paying attention to anything summer is. None of that. We don't have time to do that. This is year round music. It's wonderful year round. I am King Carter. Welcome to my right.
I just feel like y'all should like. It's Chad Awesome. It's TJ. It's Ball Wisdom. I just feel like you just needed to be like, even if this wasn't in your prime, even if you weren't an adult, and you just needed to be, anywhere between the ages. Well, I don't know, maybe like 5 to who knows, fucking 17, just sitting in your OG's car while they played a fucking copious amounts of fucking A-Ball and MJG and UGK and shit. Like, it was just necessary. Like, yeah, everybody, I know we out here, we always run straight. We run straight to like Sugar Free. We run, but hey, look, man, that fucking, the South was just getting it together. Literally everybody Big Crit mentions in any fucking song. It's necessary. And I'm not saying you partake in the activities, but I have a theory that if you're a decent human being and you listen to some of that shit where it's like, yeah, I'm not really gonna like gorilla pimp go hard on a hoe. Like I'm not gonna do anything in that song. But some of the shit where it's just like, nigga, pick your balls up. Like it just, I feel like some of that shit where you can't even really get mad is like, everybody out here, all y'all making the fucking Summer Walker post to that nigga who's not paying attention. But you don't be that nigga. You don't be the nigga who like broke. But the nigga when she like gets real Summer Walker-y and it's not making any sense, and you start to feel, if you have any type of Drake on you, you be like, wait a minute. What the fuck did Pimp say? This motherfucker here is out of pocket. Fuck her, man. Like, you just needed to just balance. Wait a minute. Ain't nobody finna put a hole on the track. But, bitch, you fucking crazy what you just said. Fuck no. Fucking A-Ball would never. Then you just go about your life. That's what you need it for.
So, with that, since we are within this week, hopefully it dies down within the next 2 weeks. You're having a Summer Walker moment right now. All the toxic ladies. You got the album you've been waiting all year for. You can let your toxicity and victim mentality come out to play today because this album is blaring through your speakers. Side note, like, my name today is Leave a Message at Your Beep, and there is no beep. So, like, if you listen to Summer Walker religiously and you really like subscribe to her and like her, that message is for you. Leave a message at the beep, but the beep will never come. Just go somewhere. Just hang up and go about your business. But since certain types of individuals have albums like this that can speak for them, just like certain people can have, say, Future albums or songs. Well, not albums. I don't think Future puts out a whole album that anybody vibes to 100%, but he puts out singles.
They pretend like they do.
In Atlanta. And maybe in Georgia in general.
No, I think they do in Atlanta for sure. But the ones out here that are like the male versions of the Summer Walkers, they do that.
I guess them. Aside from them two individuals, to be nice, like, what artists do we go to? Since we're talking about, you mentioned all the artists that Crit has mentioned. So there's, you've said plenty of times, like, I don't want to be a hip hop elitist, but you do. you really do. It's okay. Like, just embrace it. It's your truth. You can live it. Uncle Charlemagne said it's okay to live your truth. But for these types of moments where people are listening to these mindsets in abundance, who do we go to?
I think obviously I think you get a crit, and I'm not even saying you go like because I like A Ball in them because I just feel like when like them niggas is really really rapping, like you get to appreciate like some of the art of lyrics from like different varieties, whatever, song making, blah blah blah. But I think crit can give you like just if I want some substance, if I want something that because I understand the appeal to like that bitch did me wrong, and that everybody has those feelings. Like everybody's been hurt. Like you're not special for that. I'm not not minimizing your experience, but you just aren't the first or the last. But it's like I don't need to live here. Like I don't like nothing here is making me go, okay, man, what am I? I'm not like a breakup playlist person. I've never understood that. Like, if you're heartbroken, depressed, like that shit hurts. Like, so if y'all are identifying, I just go to people who I feel like don't, you know, make you identify with it. They'll make you want to do better. Like, like Big Crit will talk about being hurt, and then he'll talk about you'll sprinkle some shit in there. Like, hey, what the fuck was that name he said? And now I'm on. I didn't even realize. I'm not even thinking about this fucking goofball anymore. Fuck her. I'm on like a 17 fucking YouTube thing of who the fuck was this nigga he mentioned in this song? Holy shit! Or this concept or whatever. Like you fuck around and listen to Larry June and Dom, and nigga, now I want to buy up like 17 properties tomorrow or or nip or whatever. Like it kind of goes through ebbs and flows. But if you're just whole thing, and then you look at people who I've never made a song, but I look at shit, I'll keep it in house. You look at somebody like Dale, nigga, like it's effort and it's a lot to make a song. So it's like, look, you made an album about this. I feel like you're broken, and I feel like come on down. Get you some fucking get you a session or seven, but this is not. I don't want to hear this shit all the time. And I'm not saying it's not sonically pleasing. I listened to her album, and I think sonically the woman can sing, but I don't want to hear this shit all the time. Like that's why I don't listen to like even like artists that are popping. I have you in my shit, but I'm only gonna listen to you this song because I'm tired, bro. I don't have 20 songs of whatever the fuck is going on. And that shit was jumping, nigga. Like it was just a fun song. You niggas don't make fun music. Ooh, I'll hold that thought. Actually,
I want to say they make their version of fun music for today. I don't know. Like I haven't. Now this may be my my bias to a degree.
I feel it.
So like when it comes to Summer Walker, I'm kind of like the LGBTQ community and Dave.
Fuck.
Like I judge without actually partaking in the content. Like so I've heard certain songs when she like first got on and first started getting popping, and then once I like saw pictures of her, and then I saw more of her on social media and start finding out, I was like, oh, this makes sense why you make the music that you make, and I don't need to listen to it. It's kind of like the baby. Like I know your history, I know what you're saying in your music fits your profile. So even though I may give you a chance every once in a while, but I really don't care to invest that much energy into your music. Even if it's decent or sonically pleasing, it does nothing for me. So I'm just not going to participate in it.
It's kind of the same. It's just like the content, and then looking at the people, and then doing. And I swear, I feel like it's like I'm not gonna say I don't like doing it, but like it's just like maybe sometimes I should just be the guy that just like let it be fun. But I'll be sitting there and I'm like, all right, you see the posts or you see people talking about it, and it'd be like talked about and lauded like this has so much depth. Like it was like, and I'd be like, man, there was 3 or 4 projects that dropped from whoever the fuck artist. And it was a lot better than this, just if we're talking content. Cause like it's one thing if somebody goes, oh, I like how this sounds. But when I'm starting to hear people go, oh my God, this was the boom, boom, boom. And I'm like,
spoke to me so much.
And I'm like, well, what?
With this? No,
that's to make you want to go, hey, sit down. What did it say to you specifically? Because I heard it the same way you heard it. And I didn't hear nothing in there. So tell me, and I'm like, oh, y'all are, you can tell me you interpreted your way and we could do that fucking like, slip and slide out. But you bought into the bullshit. It props up your horseshit thought process. And I just ain't cool because I'm not saying this is somebody who doesn't have them, but at some point you just got to go like, look, bro, like this is not conducive. Fuck the community. I'll say to you, ma'am or sir or whoever the fuck, that shit ain't cool, bro. That shit is not like every woman on planet Earth. And I had this conversation with a woman. Oh, we don't have fucking like scary. Oh, you do. Oh, we are fucking radio all-stars, nigga. Anyways, But it was like women are mad posting like, the Sierra's prayer thing. That is the fucking bee's knees. Like, oh my God, I pray that we not even speaking into their like relationship or what could not be. Flat out, I'm gonna take it at face value. Sierra is somebody who was done terribly wrong by Future. And I mean, there's
That's
that.
why I haven't
Yeah,
put it in. I just
there's that. I mean,
go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
complete. I'm
Go
taking
ahead.
this completely at the
Go
face
ahead.
fucking value that
Go
we
ahead.
pretend it is because I don't know. And fucking Russell came in and I'll save you, ma'am, fucking white knight nigga of the world, and it's just like for Sierra to what worked for a Future is not gonna work for a Russell. And I'm saying this as being like, and then like, 'cause, the next post to be some shit about I never listen to a nigga not gonna fucking tell me what to whoa, bitch, because Sierra's praying to God that she be the rib of the fucking man, and it's like, hold up, bitch. I have stepped in to be king of the castle, head of the household. You have to now learn to take that shit the fuck back. I'm not old boy. You not finna do that bullshit you was doing over there up in here. If you want the good man, you need to now be good woman. And I'm just saying, a lot of y'all is wanting a lot of shit and ain't really adjusting your playbook. You like, we done it this way, and it's like, hey man, they throwing like mad fucking passes and you running it like every play. You don't want to change it up. No, we do it this way, but I'm somehow get the same dub. It doesn't make sense.
Right. The convenient contradictions. Right.
She's stupid.
It's very stupid. But I feel like the same ones that are trying to highlight and bolster Sierra's prayer are the same ones that Kenny is referring to right now. It's the same individual.
Summer Walker is the face of bitter women who made bad decisions. Hot girl summer was all cap. Kenny said Kenny don't never had a clip not loaded. Like it's not even like
he waits for us to get on air so he can just
you know what, like you remember, like you know what he is, you remember, and I'm gonna get you sucker. He's Isaac Hayes if he'd have never slipped and fell. Like he's just, I don't even need to reload, nigga. I just have a fucking body full of guns.
I'm just gonna drop one and just pull up the next one. And I'm not bad at it, but I don't disagree with Kenny 100%. I'm not saying all women that listen to Summer Walker like participate in this mindset, but Summer Walker definitely, to me, what I see, because I hear these songs and this spoke to me. And it's like, sit down and tell me what you're hearing, because I heard something different. I heard somebody that like, you're doing a lot of like I said, victim mentality. You've done a lot of silly shit, and then you get mad at the silly decisions that you've made. And then, I mean, get it. It makes for good content. It helps you as an artist to make. I mean, we spent 15, 20 years listening to Mary J. Sing about the bad decisions she made in her relationship.
I'm on record saying it's Mary's fault at this point. Love her to death. I'm on record saying, hey, I don't really buy. That's Mary's fault at this point.
I mean, okay, yeah, she's been through some abusive relationships, which we don't condone that at all. But like, from a therapeutic standpoint, 50% of this problem that you have to solve is your fault. When it comes to you specifically in your life, on your path, it's 100% your fault. Because I did something to participate in this. There's a lot of people aren't going to want to hear, so you have to be careful how you deliver that message, because today it's victim blaming. It's like, no, I'm not blaming the victim. You have the right conversation with people. They understand how they played a big part in allowing some of the shit in their life that they have to correct. She's not talking about that. I'll go back to what you were saying about Crit. Crit could have a thing or like, she did me wrong, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling this part of the story to highlight what I should have done better. I'm highlighting that I was emotionally unavailable and I treated you this way, which led to me approaching you in this manner, even though I do love you, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm taking accountability, which I can appreciate that within the music, because that's a certain level of vulnerability that you would like to have out of an artist that's really pouring their all into their music.
Yeah, see, my thing is like, okay, I'm going to tie this in because, as we all know, the internet exploded because there was a fucking Kanye conversation. And it was like fucking 2.5 hours. And it was another one of these conversations where it's like, man's may be crazy, but his clock be right a lot. Like, it's so
Kanye ain't crazy.
Like the people always be like, Kanye, whatever. But it was like the shit he was saying, it's the usual shit, bro. It's like, if you give this motherfucker time, the shit that we get clips of, he's like, no, I can tie it together. It's just, one, I think we call him crazy because 2, or whatever I just said, 1 or 2, whatever the fuck number we on, folks. It's like he says the things and says them where somebody will say, like, he'll say a concept or an idea. Even the black shit, like, I might get killed, and people like, no, you might. And it's like, no, I'm not pussy enough. Like, he makes it right. Like, y'all will call me arrogant, but I'm actually factually correct in what I said.
Right.
This is this. I'm not trying to, even when the shit he was talking about, I'm trying to build the Elons. And it's like, just like, nigga, we don't have that. And I'm like, you know what? This motherfucker's not wilding. But beside the point, what I was saying, the specific part I was talking about is when he made that reference about 808s and how they're low frequency, like literally, like when you're making music, like the vibrations and all that other shit, sound is important. And like, your frequency and your spirit. And he's like, we make music that literally will fucking fuck up your chakras and shit. The music back in the day, even the live instrumentation, the drums and shit, it all, is in a positive state. And I was like, so that I'm not really wilding when I'm like, because I be thinking that when I'm listening to music, I'm like, okay, when you're talking to somebody might, I'm not trying to bust you over the head and ruin your day, but it's like, yeah, you can't listen to this all the time. It is fucking with your spirit. It's at a point, like,
absolutely,
at the beat level. Fuck, like,
that's another part he went into. It's the lyrics. Like, we take that vibration and then we add certain lyrics on top of it, and it's double duty.
You're fucked. As TK Kirkland said, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, and that's how TK Kirkland already knew that this was going to go a certain direction. But proceed.
Women need to stop listening to women with better pussy than them. You can't get away with what they can. Dudes live through other dudes. Women live through other women. Stop. That last part is correct. I'm always going to fight against the fact that people come in here thinking that like pussy going to save the day. I want you to not do that because who's fucking Summer Walker. I say it like, let's say Summer Walker got fire ass top tier famous woman pussy. I can go out this door. I can make a right and make a left on Losangeles, and the woman that's out there standing in the cold handing me a chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A, her pussy and Summer Walker pussy the same. Now the individual attached to the pussy, and I want everybody to like the individual attached to said pussy is what makes a nigga stay or go. Yeah, I want people to stop saying that like pussy and or dick. It's like
your genitals
it's
are
billions.
Not going to.
It's billions of pussies out here. It's billions of dick. Nobody is just holding. I don't think I'm holding it down because they're like, oh my god, the dick is dope, but you like me, bitch. Like for however long you whatever.
That last part is important because I mean I know we're talking about the genitalia at the moment, but it's not necessarily your sex that's good enough to make somebody feel a certain way or think a certain way. It's their perspective and perception of you on top of that. Kind of like Kanye said with the beat. We have the beat, then you have the lyrics, then you have this, then you have that. There's layers to this that make you think a certain thing and make you attached to this music. It's the same concept when it comes to your sex.
It's a multiverse pussy.
Absolutely. It's everywhere, but it's okay. I know how to have sex with them the way they like for me to have sex with them. Not only that, but they are emotionally invested in me for whatever perceptions are going on in their mind of their choosing. It has nothing to do with me. You can never control somebody else's perception or perspective of you. They choose that. That's why I say it's 100% your fault. Everybody chooses their own perspective. We can sit here and say, oh, this made me do that, or this influenced me. No, it didn't. You made a choice. You had the ability to make a choice and you went with that. So when you're saying that my pussy is fire, no, the connection in that person's mind has lined up in a number of different ways to make them be over the top for you in this moment.
Bars.
It has nothing to do with you as if you are better than anything they've ever had, because you don't know what they've had. They could have reacted the same way to everybody that they've ever had sex with. You don't know that. Side note, when it comes to Summer Walker, if she does have super top tier celebrity vagina, she's wasting it because she keeps choosing terrible relationships and staying in them. So it can't be that good, because if it was that great, somebody would be trying to treat her better.
That's a bar. One, shout out to Zay. She's in the other chat. She chat switching today. Fucking versatility. But yeah, like that's also a part of it. And it's like, man, nobody's victim. Like when you say victim blaming, it ain't like, man, like, you're a fucking idiot for, that person is still a piece of shit. But also it's like, hey man, like, can we, I don't know London on the track, but like, like if you, or even with the Sierra shit, like, Sierra's pair, it's like, man, Well, didn't he have a song like fourth or a lyric something about fourth baby mama? And it's like you chose that life, my nigga. Like ain't nobody told you do that. Like ain't
You
nobody told you do that.
you came in at number 5. You were number
Yeah,
6,
come
and there's
on,
another
champ.
one after you. And you were like, I'm wifing this nigga at the time. You went from can't nobody get my goodies to busting it open and I love all this shit to I wish I could be like a boy, all within a matter of a year and a half. And we're supposed to
Kenny
sit up
said
here
that
and
shit.
think like, oh, she's a wonderful person, had this great prayer. No, she learned from her fuck ups. And somebody came along at the right point in time that was willing to be patient with me, because I definitely guarantee you that she did not deserve Russell in the beginning.
Now here's a now just playing like let's make this a fucking terrible horrible situation. I don't know these people. They could be perfectly in love and perfectly whatever. Or nobody ever points out the fact. Now you point out a lot of fucked up shit about everybody's relationship. Because I had a conversation about the Sierra thing when it was like, like he could, you never know, Russell could be beating this bitch, could be beating bitches. And I'm like, Russell could be beating bitches, but why is that the first one? What if like we know we all like if you watch, if you're a football fan, you know what Russell came from. Russell could have literally came in there and she said, tell me, is it you? Russell lost his motherfucking mind because she's like, you know what? If I came from this motherfucker here, I'm never gonna not be in control again.
For
I got
any
my thumb on this nigga head because ain't nothing like I don't know what the fuck Russ was hitting on, but it wasn't that.
Absolutely. I mean, for those that may not be sports people and need a little context, Kenny, I know this does not apply to you because I'm sure you got all the tea in this regard.
Russ is also a sip fucking Jesus.
But that's kind of where I'm leading to. But you have Sierra, who's fresh off of dealing with Future, busting it open in the video, twerking on the ground, and all that other stuff. And then she comes across Russ, who, if you know Russ, when he first got into the league, he was skiing like a motherfucker.
Got his ass.
She had his nose wide open since college. Like she was, we made it, Russell. We did a great job. He was that guy, and he came across toxic, busting it open, split, having good vagina. Because I've been getting coached by this toxic nigga for the last 2 years. Sierra, she put a little thing on him, and he got his nose opened over there. But they were willing to be patient with each other from this moment. Like I'm being patient with you because you've been dealing with niggas, and I'm clearly not that. Respectively. Like color wise, I'm part of the people, but culture wise,
I'm not niggas.
I'm not a nigga. I am a Negro. I am an African American, but I'm not a nigga for real, for real, for real, for real.
Oh, wow, yo,
Kenny, yeah, that's he. I told you, Kenny got
Kenny
the
is a fucking monstrous nigga, yo.
It was a lot of chicken hawking going on in Seattle. We talking about Seahawks. They the chicken hawks for sure. But these two people met arguably at their worst, right? Like Russ is like, I'm tired of dealing with these gold digging white women taking advantage of me. I am a respectable black man and I deserve a respectable woman. And Sierra's like the same, except for I'm tired of dating industry dudes that I was supposed to be not giving up my goodies and he has tainted my goodies and I just don't know what to do. And they come together at the right time in the wrong place and they work through it. That's the part that you have to pay attention to. That's the part that she's probably highlighting in her prayer of like, this dude was probably way more patient with me than he should have been. And I just happened to look up on somebody that had a little simp in them that made them want to be patient with me at the time.
See, it's like appreciating your partner, but learning from your fucking issues. It's your fucking fault. Like, that's what I be seeing. Like a lot of like I guess my thing behind not even shitting on her, but like the meaning or sometimes the underlying theme behind some of all this Summer Walker shit. And I just to fucking blast her, nigga. It's literally all music. Pick a fucking artist, plug it in. You can pick most artists and plug them in. It's like he could have done, and it's like, man, every single one was a dog ass nigga.
We got a lot more dudes out here singing and crying than we do the lady folks right now.
The constant is you. Like the constant is like you are picking shit people. Absolutely. And let's start reestablishing what you think is dope. Like you see some of that shit about like and I'm not shitting on hood niggas, but it'd be a whole lot of list of
I'll take that back. Well, I didn't say it, you said it.
Which one?
But you said it, you've chose shit people. I'll address that. You didn't choose a shit person. because our perspectives are going to dictate what somebody is shit or not. Like there's people that can look at us in our quote unquote infinite wisdom and say that we're ain't shit niggas as well. You know, everybody's going to perceive what we're saying different. So you didn't choose shit people. You chose from a shitty perspective. You have a shitty mindset going on. You have a shitty perspective of the world. You have a shitty perception of
Okay, we on the
everything.
same line then.
You're coming from a certain mindset, and you chose based on your mindset, and that person fit your mindset at the time.
So that be my thing with these songs and shit. None of them promote adjusting. Well, why do you find that attractive? Like, why is that dope? Like, even with niggas, like it'll be a whole bunch of we got up here and talked about a lot of that submit shit, and it's like you just kind of want somebody to shut the fuck up when you kind of like talk. Like you just you're not really like. And it's different than I want a partner who respects me, who like, yeah, have an opinion, just don't belittle me in the process.
Absolutely.
Your opinion shouldn't be like stupid ass motherfucker, that shit that you, hey, I see where you're headed. I see, because I love and respect you and blah, blah, blah. How about this? I have, okay, cool. Yeah, like fucking actually absolutely have an opinion, wife, girlfriend, whoever the fuck. But a lot of niggas shit be like, I like my bitch suck a dick and shut the fuck, like, oh, you just, you insecure. You don't want her to like fucking ever make noise because it only matters if like, I got the money and this bitch shut the fuck up. Now on the female side, it's like, I didn't been just fucking run through, and it's like, nah. And I'm not telling you to pick a square or a corny nigga, but this nigga over here, this nigga right here, he makes like fucking damn near 6 figures. All he does is like just slang these boxes at UPS. You picked fucking what's his name?
Betrayal.
Yeah, you picked like the boy with it's bricks and boxes. You picked bricks. You chose that life, stupid. Like you chose to be, bitch 3 in a rotation. You chose to be like, fuck them. That was your fucking fault. That nigga cool. He got the fucking he got the 24s and shit. It took him a little longer to get them. His shit got some thump in the trunk. It took him a little longer to get it, but he got all the fucking, he's hitting all the checklists. So what was your real choice? But if you choose that man, then you have to adjust yourself as a partner. You can't just be a bad bitch. You have to show up and it's like, all right, bad bitch, where's this bad job or bad career or bad fucking values? Like what else you got? I want more.
With that point, I'll say, like you said, I'm not telling you to choose a square. I'm telling you be open to choosing a square. Because no matter who you come across, there's something you can learn from them. So if you super like one end of the spectrum and you choose somebody that's completely different, you guys can both influence each other in positive ways if you have a positive intention with interacting with each other. Y'all know me, I'm not going to use the whole girlfriend, boyfriend, wife title shit because that doesn't matter.
You put your genitals on.
Whoever you interacting with, there's something that you can learn from each other. There's ways that you can influence each other in a positive way as long as you are, righteous in your intent. And I don't mean righteous as far as like Jesus Christ righteous because he ain't listening to you niggas either. But I mean righteous as in being forthcoming in a positive way and wanting them to I want to better this individual and I want to be better from being in this situation. So as long as you have that positive intent, you could choose a square and I guarantee you he'll be able to teach you some shit that you've probably never seen before. You get with somebody that's a scientist and at fucking Berkeley working in the labs and shit, and you coming from the eastiest of Oaklands. I guarantee y'all can learn something from one another.
I can't stop laughing off the visual in my brain of like all these women sending up Sierra's prayer and God literally unplugging his shit. Like, cut it off. Don't answer no more. Put that motherfucking phone down, Gabriel. I'm not answering none of that shit because I sent this bitch 3 weeks ago. That motherfucker pulled up. I sent him there myself. He walked into that goofy. Fuck that. Unplug that shit. I'm not fucking listening to none of this shit. Grab that goddamn hammer because we got a whole another universe. But fuck them. I'm not doing it. Fuck that.
Whatever God you believe in, but since a lot of y'all are Christians, somewhat part-time, Jesus definitely Thanos snaps your prayers. Like, I don't care. Because what you're asking for before you even asked for it, it was sent to you and you ignored it, which is kind of what TJ is saying. Like, I've sent you what you needed. I've sent you things that could help you. I've sent you certain intuition or certain perspectives to help you choose the best thing for you. And you did exactly the opposite of what the fuck I sent you. So you sit there and you marinate in it and hopefully you'll learn from your decision. And then I may send you something else that could benefit you later on. But for right now, you can kiss between the crack of my ass. I'm not listening to nothing that you have to say because I sent you what you needed before you even asked for it. So kiss my ass.
They'd be really having to be like, come on, Pop, don't do it to him. Like, and he's like, y'all know I burned a motherfucking city to the ground, nigga. Like, I flooded this bitch before, nigga.
You
Like,
saw what happened to the other planets. You remember who used to live on them? Ain't nobody there no more, right? I do the same shit to this bitch.
Say, I love a restart. These stars that I made, I be making them blow up. Nigga. That's why, because I be tired of your shit.
Absolutely. Like, I started off with this experiment on Mars. Don't nobody know what that motherfucker look like no more. I do this shit again. Side note, going back to genitalia and sexual intercourse relations. Here's why I'll also tell you to pick a square, whether female, male, non-binary, whatever the fuck you whatever you prefer. I don't really care. But sometimes choose that square, and here's why. Because a lot of the people that have on the Future or Summer Walker costume, they sex don't be hitting as good as somebody that's probably nerdy as fuck. It's some girl right now that looks geeky and regular walking around that has all type of cosplay outfits in her room, and she will spread it from the windows.
Are those considered squares? Maybe I gotta
for a hood individual, somebody that's into geek shit or nerd shit, yes, they looked at as a square.
Dumb, like the fucking
somebody from you think of it, London on the Track and Summer Walker. That's the we're definitely strip club mindset, face tattoos, the whole nine yards.
I'd much rather like.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about some chick that'll play Skyrim all day and
hell no,
give you the fucking 3000 before she goes to her regular job in some slacks and a sweater.
Those, like them shits like the memes where you be just like, hey, can you, and then like it's like him, hey, can you, and then it's like her, can I bust his ass open and like have you feel it? Excuse me, huh? All of those in my brain are like the geek chicks, because those moments have happened to be like, hey, you don't have to, you don't have to, but I want to. Fuck it. I'm not going to. All right. Like, you didn't have
to. It's a lot of low key. I won't say low key, but it's a lot of people that you overlook because they don't have the fashion over presentation all in your face, that she's like, I want you to put your thumb in my ass and spit in my mouth. And I'm like,
yeah,
absolutely.
No, I'd be like, you be looking at some of them ones, like you just said, maybe like the fashion over-esque look or whatever, the, quote unquote bad bitch. And I'd be like, y'all a fuck, but like, y'all be having sex. You can fuck the Skyrim chick, and she want to keep the horns and the dragon fucking wings on. And I'm like, yeah, nigga, flap them bitches. They're like anatomically correct too. I'm having such a moment fucking her. Like, it's a wild shit.
Y'all made Kim Kardashian famous for some subpar vagina.
Subpar is not even the word. That was the most mid-sexual thing I've ever watched.
She was just there so that Ray J couldn't say that it was a masturbation tape.
I'm never gonna feel Ray for looking dead in the camera and telling niggas what to do with their penises, jacking off, go hard at this. Now it's ruined, nigga. I'll never what the fuck did you say that for? I'll never let that die. That shit. And
he part of him that doesn't want to. He wants to know that dudes were jacking off to him doing this.
That's unnecessary, and I don't understand it. I'll never no, nigga, and Kim up there just. Hey,
y'all been calling her a bad bitch, and she's been like the pinnacle of get my body done, fashion over looking. I'm gonna get me a rich person to fund my life. Like, she's been the epitome of these type of mindsets that y'all like to buy into. But we saw what she can do in the bedroom, and she did nothing. Guaranteed there's some nerdy chick that has an OnlyFans right now, and after she logs off of her game and gets off of her Twitch, because that's what she does most of the day, it's her weekend, so she doesn't have to worry about any programming products or projects during the week, and she logs into her OnlyFans, and she's got like a sex machine just plowing her asshole while she's.
Kim is not getting off sucking it and putting it back in.
Absolutely not.
I don't see that.
She's not
Kim
double dipping. She's not ass to mouthing. She's not. There's no gawk 3000. No, none of that. There's absolutely none of that. That's why Kanye ass went crazy.
Guess who's going to jail? Not me, nigga. Take that bitch on. Shit, I'm not going nowhere off her. Like,
that's one thing.
Going to jail.
That's one thing I want to punch Kanye in the head about. Like, I agree with a lot of what Kanye says, because I'm at a certain level where I can understand what he's trying to say and it makes sense, and I don't demonize him for saying it the way that he says it. But One thing, as a Omega, as a Q, as the bros, sir, you was dating a Delta and you dumped the Delta to get with fucking Kim. You suck ass nigga. You downgraded, in my opinion. Protect the Reds at all times. Like you was better off with the Reds.
That's all opinions. That like the Kim thing just.
He got with her because she was famous and it brought him attention.
That's terrible.
You had a better partner beforehand, I'm sure. She was with you through the wire, nigga. What is you talking about?
He went from her and then he went to Amber Rose, and wasn't that Kim afterwards?
Yes. I don't count Amber Rose, but that let me know his nose was going to be open for Kim, because you went from drastic ends of the spectrum.
It's a lot. It's a lot of weird
shit. Shout out to Nina. It's the Reds all day. Protect the Reds at all times. Love you.
I'll never forgive the music industry for trying to convince a 12-year-old me that Fergie was a bad bitch. Kenny, we are in the same fucking boat, because that shit it was never Fergalicious. Like I never.
The key word there is trying to.
Man, look.
It didn't work. You didn't convince. That went over with absolutely no one.
That shit. I didn't understand it. Like I never, like, musically, and they was making all the cool. I'm like, man, just keep making these goddamn bibbity bop shit that they can put in the movie. Stop trying to make me want to fuck this woman, dog. Like
nothing about
fuck no. Like, and
I ain't really paid attention to like white women in a long time, so I get it. Like for people that are into white women, she might have been.
I don't understand
the jam.
But if motherfuckers was into white women, I don't understand it.
I mean, I don't. At least like back in the day when we was kids, like
because they was getting booties. Booties was popping up when Fergie. Like, so what the fuck?
Booties been popping up. If you've been in the South, white women been have.
Yes, I just was like, what the fuck is the? What is we doing here?
As far as like mainstream, today for sure, it's some volleyball player right now at whatever PWI that would destroy Fergie, and we ain't even got to like face. It's just like from the neck down. It's ridiculous. But
so Zay's dropping bars.
Go ahead, Zay.
I've learned through my relationships that a lot of times I always choose what I want. To some degree, that's okay, but majority of the time, it turns out not to be what I needed. Smart nigga, man.
I'll play devil's advocate.
Kind of.
I'll disagree to a little bit. I'll disagree to the fact that it's not what you needed. It is what you needed. You chose something that may not have been beneficial to you at the time, but you chose what you needed to propel you to something better. So where you are now, you're there because you made those terrible choices in the past. Because Sierra chose a future, she was able to be prepared for and understand a Russ.
Appreciate a Russ.
Absolutely. She was able to understand where she needed to make changes to be able to appreciate and nurture a Russ.
I think it's less devastating when you don't look at every relationship as a one-stop shop. I feel like we go into, or have been taught to go into relationships like this will be the fucking one. This can be just that fucking switch, nigga. That this can be the one. Okay, cool. Or the whatever. You go and you're like, all right, man, cool. Like this person can be this, can't be that. But when you go in there thinking this person is supposed to be the end all be all, that's how you end up just fucking yourself up. Oh no, crank that bitch to the T.
Hey, you out there that's watching live or listening live. There's no such thing as the one. Hate to break it to you.
He's the what was that motherfucker? You're the architect, nigga. Like you sitting there in the Matrix, like the one is not a thing.
There is no one. How many different variations of a religious figure do we have on this earth? We have like 100 and something different religious practices on this earth, right?
And that's the ones that we like know about that haven't just like, fallen apart over the years.
Absolutely. Those are the ones that are prevalent being practiced today, right? Those aren't the ones that throughout history that have been lost in translation or been doctored for you Christian fans out there. There's different variations of how we perceive God, right? The omnipotent being that has created it all. There's multiple versions of how we can interpret that. Why the fuck do you think that it's not the same concept when it comes to the things that you interact with in your personal life?
Because that's hard.
I found the one. There's no one for anything. You don't have just one outfit. You don't just live in one place your entire life. Well, some of you choose to do that, but that's your personal thing. You don't just eat one thing. And even if you wanted to eat one specific thing every day for the rest of your life, what you've already eaten, you can never eat that again. You're eating something brand new. You can't eat the same leaf of spinach over and over and over again. You can't eat the same piece of chicken over and over and over again. You're always eating something that's brand new. So why do you think that you're going to approach this one individual at this point in time in your life and they're going to stay exactly the same forever and perfect as you would like them to be? That also means you're not changing either.
You are changing shit. I mean, technically, if you want to go like cellularly, our cells.
Absolutely. Your cells are regenerating. So
like
you're not the same person.
I want to say there's like a theory. There's some argument like, are you even the same person? Since at this age, at the age we are now, your cells have changed and fucking, for air quotations, you shedded, your skin and cells and all that shit X amount of times. You might not need me the same nigga technically.
Some of y'all are regenerating or disintegrating your cells every Friday and Saturday night.
Hilarious. But I do think that is just like, throw it on conditioning, you can throw it on whatever. It's just that the easiest concept of a thing is what niggas run to. Like, it's way easier to not think of none of that shit you just said and go, look, man, I go in here every Sunday. I go in here, I fucking hit the bank head bounce a couple times and the pastor say something good. And then, I throw a couple dollars in this thing. I look at, Sister Trudy with that big old booty. And then I get the fuck up out of here. I'm like, I'm forgiven for what I did on Friday and Saturday. I start my week over. I go get a good job. You go get a good job. It's good. You could go on down to the city, get you a good job. It's not the job you want to play fucking the flute or some shit. You trying to bend over like Lizzo playing the flute, but you said the flute is not a good thing. I need to go on her down here to Water and Power and give me a nice good job. That's a good woman. She a good girl. She do whatever. She does nothing to feed your soul. But fuck that, man. Absolutely, she just everybody chooses what's easiest because that's the good thing to do. Not paying attention that you operating from, well then shit, niggas don't even know that you operated from mad serious mad lack, mad trauma. Because we found out this week the fucking APA finally got some fucking oh hey, by the way, man, systemic racism, our bad. You don't say. Fuck motherfuckers like
we've been new.
Thanks.
That's going back to conditioning, that's a low vibrational energy. Right. That's probably why we choose the music that we choose half the time. Like everything we're choosing is from a low vibrational space. That mindset has been a generational low vibrational mindset. Like I've had my uncle be like, hey man, you cool with so and so, man. You should really try and talk to her. You should really date her. She got all her shit to go and she doing this, she doing that. And it's like, yeah, she's doing a lot. She's accomplishing a lot for her own personal life. But although me and her are really cool, she does not understand me. She doesn't understand me from the perspective of what I would need my partner to be. So yes, I can be with her and have all these nice material things that seem good on a rap sheet, but I also would be miserable after a few years because she doesn't understand me as a person and isn't going to. That's why we're just in this capacity of us being cool. But a lot of you are like, man, especially we talked about this last week on shout out to Keep It 1,000. They were talking about trapping women. Dudes should start trapping women the way women trip, man. But it's like that's the unhealthy. It's somebody that'll come across that and be like, oh yeah, this person has all their shit together. Let me latch on to that. Let me hold on to this thing because it's going to give me an easier way of life. But you end up going nowhere in your own. You end up wasting the purpose that this higher being has bestowed upon you when they decided to give you life at this point in time. Your purpose in life was not to be attached to one other human being. That's kind of like the post that I put on our Twitter this week.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing in me desires to be attached to another person, and that dictates my identity, that dictates my self-worth, that dictates my perception of life. Like I'm just attaching to this person, this thing, or this situation, or this whatever, but that dictates who I am as an individual. That's a low vibrational mindset.
Yeah, fuck no. I'm down with I've had people that like inspire me. Like it makes it's cool. Like that's why I've never understood or got down with the concept of either one has money, so you just foot the tab for the other. Like, well, what the fuck is you doing? Like, I just yeah, I definitely you hold down for your partner, but it's like I like hearing a motherfucker go like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is you just said, man, but that shit sound interesting as shit. Now,
Absolutely.
I don't want to do that at all, but it lets me know that you're doing whatever the fuck you're doing at a very high quality pace. Like, that means I should be out here podding my motherfucking ass off, and I should be one therapy fucking giving motherfucker. I should be knowing some concepts. I should be having a really, really amazing perspective because that's what the fuck I'm doing. Good. Like, you've inspired me. I definitely want to keep that around. If you coming to me and like half our conversations is about like, as soon as you start telling me too much about like, yeah, I made. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
like. I don't. It's not about this person does A, B, and C. But if you're coming to me, I don't know, bitch. If you're a lawyer, I don't really give a fuck about how much you make as a lawyer. It's nice, like it logically in making like doing life well. Like, yeah, this would work as a fucking unit. But if you come to me and you're talking to me about how you fucking fucked up the prosecutor or whatever, and that shit sound like the way a fucking college fucking linebacker talks about getting to play. Bitch, I'm inspired by the energy. I don't give a fuck what we talking about. Cool. I like this. I like that you fucking have some substance about you and shit. And you can have a conversation about law, and we can do this. Law can get in a conversation about morals and ethics. Now I'm getting into who you are as a person. But if you just come to me about like whatever the fuck else, bitch, we can only have this money conversation so many times. Like,
Absolutely.
when I'm sitting next to you on a fucking Sunday afternoon, we have fuck all to do. What are we going to do? Because we done nutted already. We did that. Like, what
we
else?
Gonna go get another bag.
Get the fuck away from me.
We gotta secure it. We got some time. We gonna secure another bag so we can take this trip. So we can go limit that. So we can.
Then here's the thing, I even roll with that. Yeah, let's get the bag and let's take the trip. And now we done taken the trip. We somewhere in fucking India, because I'm not going to fucking Tulum. Fuck you. Like, we're in India now, and like, yeah, there's probably a beach and probably a bar, and it's like, great. You don't want to go to this fucking whatever the fuck this is. I don't know what the fuck this statue is, but they're saying some shit about it. And there's this temple over here. You don't want to go over there. You just want to go to the store. Fuck you. I don't want to do this no more. Like, it sucks.
Temples with gurus walking around talking about life and talking about enjoying the life that you have with having a little bit and not having a lot. We can come here and like have some philosophical conversations or get some understanding of other people's culture, get some authentic homemade food, and you want to stay on a resort and take pictures.
Yeah.
That's your idea of traveling, huh? Okay. But
I'll be going to other countries to be at like their like American thing in the middle. Like, I was at this geographical location. Did you go anywhere? Did you do anything with the? No, I just stayed there.
People go to other countries to make themselves look big to people they'll never see again because they look small at home.
That's even another stupid concept because them motherfuckers be in them countries like goofy ass American.
I traveled not to shit on Tulum because I went. Granted, it was for a bachelor party and situation, but I'll go all the way out here to ride a dirt bike. You can go to the dunes out here. You just take your ass a little further east. You can go ride dunes all out there. Like, you can do the same thing in this other country. Why was it so special here, but it's not special when you have access to it at home? There's some smaller, I want to go eat some authentic Mexican food by going to Cancun. Okay, it's not really super authentic, but whatever. But there's small communities and small business owners here that'll serve you authentic Mexican food that you can support and still, like, you might get a cultural lesson with it as well. Like, you have the access to really do these things in smaller doses, but you really want to go out there for the look.
Yeah, because if you go into XYZ country and it'd be like, you can only, and I'm not, that's why I'm like, I want to enjoy the culture of but I'm not going to jump all the way out and be like, I'm going for even the authentic food, because like, nah, motherfucker, you can get tacos, whatever here. And you go out there and the motherfucker say, we eat refried snake, bitch, you got to eat, because that's what you want. That's the authentic food. Don't fuck around with it.
Go to India. You go to one of them bazaars and go through the street markets. They got some scorpions down there on the stick. You gonna try one?
Get you some mashed scorpions and some boiled snake ass. That's what we eat out here. If you trying to be authentic, saying just dumb shit.
Even if you're not with it and don't like it, at least trying it once to like, let me experience something that I never experienced before. Let me try something different. That's still cool. I'm not saying you got to go there and really immerse yourself in like, hey, these grubs is delicious. Like, I never would have thought. I saw Timon and Pumbaa fucking these shits up. I didn't know they was this good. But you can actually go and try it just to do something different. You can be somebody like an Andrew Zimmer. Like, I traveled the world eating all different kinds of grubs and weird shit that nobody would ever expect, and he's made himself a millionaire doing so. Why? Because he got outside the box and did something different.
Yeah, I'm not super for the bug shit, but when I be watching that show, I be like, look, for the check this nigga getting, like,
I'll try some fried crickets with a little bit of garlic salt and some chive on them. I don't really care. It's not that big a deal to me. Like, you want to eat one raw, then we might
that's the
have
only
to
thing
talk
I like.
about it.
Yeah, the cricket thing, I think I could probably ride with. When niggas get into, like, and they be just, motherfucker be wiggling. I'm like, damn, bro, you're not even gonna let mans die. You just gonna chew. You gonna get the crunch in the skin. And now he's squealing. His kids in there looking at you, crunch him up and shit.
You definitely Attack on Titan status. Your big ass just come through attacking little people, eating them up, and they gotta watch you crunch on their
I
on
know
their
animals
family.
so I know animals so tired of us. They just
The
completely over
earth
it.
is tired of
They're just
us.
so over our shit. Like,
We are the cells that continue to kill this vessel and won't regenerate.
dead ass. And I know animals just be looking around like, dude, all we do all day is like chill, we eat, we fuck.
They eat
And then
each
here
other.
you niggas come with like a building. The fuck you need a building, nigga? We need a place to sleep, bitch. It's the flow. Everybody out this motherfucker on the flow, fine.
It's
Yeah,
caves, or we bundle up together, or
here
we
you
hide
pussies
underneath a
come
tree.
making beds and buildings and shit.
Fucking shoes.
Nigga, the
Walk on the
whales are
rocks
sleeping
like the
on the
rest
floor
of us.
in the ocean. You the only motherfuckers up here fucking it up for everybody else. Cars, walk, nigga.
That's the 30% that we know. It's still a lot of shit that's out there doing shit that we haven't discovered yet.
Atlantis stays down there. Like, do not go up there fucking the surface world. No, nigga, it sucks.
We think like the depths of the ocean get too dark for you to even see in front of your face. If something's like a couple centimeters in front of you, you couldn't see it. I believe that's a lot. That's like a force field that, like, whatever exists beyond that veil,
That shit, nigga.
they like keep that shit dark.
They
Nigga,
get too
like,
low,
make sure they don't know the
literally
lights
crush
turn on
them.
down here.
The pressure crushes you. Nah, nigga, that's us. It's us and our super technology.
We want to make sure that your ass never comes down here and fucks up this shit down here the way you fucking it up there.
Y'all you cross that gun line, boss. We gonna
absolutely
crush
it's
your
like
motherfucking
4 different
ass.
species of being down there that just want nothing to do with us because we are plebeians.
I respect it. I wouldn't fuck with us either. Them and the aliens. Like, I bet you there's like, I bet you the aliens come and like go straight to the core. Like, they don't come through. They just come through the back door portal and they're like, man, I never go up there. It's popping. Under the ocean is like lit. Like, it's like super cool and got all the futuristic shit. But just up here in the middle, we just the motherfuckers that. And honestly, nobody should fuck with us. We deserve it. Yeah, we deserve this not to be. Yeah, not to be.
So basically, like, we're the summer walkers and futures of the galaxy.
Fuck yeah, absolutely. Like, everybody out
we
there
deserve everything we did to ourselves, and we shouldn't be complaining about it.
Yeah, the aliens fly by and they're like, okay, we're gonna pick up David Banner, we're gonna pick up fucking Erica Badu, we're gonna pick up fucking whoever else. Lead the rest of these niggas though. Like, hell no, we not. Fuck no, niggas is weird.
And that Bezos guy keeps trying to come up here
with fucking dick ships and shit. Like, weird ass nigga. Like, white men and they like dick envy gotta chill. Like, I'm a billionaire, like, everything is still about a penis. Like, relax, bro.
It's always.
But also, I'm a black man, so tough break, nigga. Sucks to be you. Dang, it is what it is. Like, whatever. I'm okay living in the poorest version of like life because I'm like, look, man, y'all could have said y'all been running the world for like a couple thousand. I give you, nigga, since this bitch was up
since
here,
inception.
Yeah, since shit started cracking, it's been us. So I don't give a shit about y'all, like, cause nigga, like, I don't care. Like, the fucking record is outlandish. It's fucking 70,000 to 4. Like, you niggas ain't never gonna catch up.
History's gonna repeat itself.
Let's say that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is already flipping over. Like, that's why that's like when you think about it. Like, if you think about it on like a just genetic and like like big scale, I'd be mad if I was a white man. I'd be like, fuck, nigga. Like, we barely got the ball back, and these niggas is already. I can't even. That's the most beautiful woman on earth. I want to have sex with her, but if I have sex with her, my kid's coming out looking like fucking Michael Jordan. I can't even fucking have little white babies. I'm just fucking mad. Now I'm sitting here looking fucking Britney all day, and she's stupid or it just. What are we gonna do today? Fucking get you an ass or something, man. Cause fuck, and now I'm mad, and I gotta go to the gun range and. My stupid boots and Wrangler jeans. Like, I know it's hard. I just say it's hard. It's hard being a certain type of white dude. That's all I'm saying. Like, I get it. Tough break, nigga, though, but whatever.
Are you saying that like white privilege is not a thing because they really going through it?
I mean, that's a thing, but it's just like I don't give a fuck, nigga. Like, you know, this sucks for it. Just it. Hey, look, I would re up on this shit. Like it was a thing. Was it like a Chris Rock joke? It was somebody was talking about like if you had to re, I would re up on this shit every year. If you had to re up the black subscription, I would never take this shit off.
Lifetime subscription. Like, yeah, what's the lifetime fee? There you go. That's all my money, but y'all can have it.
Like, well, look at this. This is just two in the pocket fucking 8-Ball and MJG songs. These niggas black as the fuck, and I can claim this. This is part of my culture. What the fuck you pull out if you? They don't got. I don't even know what you pull out. What's the white version of this? Because if you find the white version, they copying us. So I don't. What you got?
Kids Bop. Kids Bop.
Basically. Well,
I would like to see that. I would like to see Kids Bop do like trap music.
I want them. I would be okay with that.
I'm not saying that I'm gonna like it. I would just like to see it because I feel like it would be fun to laugh at.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Kids Bop, get y'all some. I want y'all to get them fucking.
I want y'all to go to the depths of Louisiana and get the most ratchet.
Oh yeah, I want Connor singing Webby. I want Forrest to get some Pimp C. Yeah, that's what. Yup.
Kids Bop the fuck out of it. Little white kids, give them the whole get up and everything.
Yeah, if you're gonna appropriate, don't fuck around with it.
Yeah, like I want to see a 12-year-old white boy with a grill and a do-rag in, like singing some Boosie and Webby lyrics. Like I want to see it.
I'm rewinding this just because I really like this bar. He talked about titties. He like the way he says titties.
Drop it in the shop, take them out, wrap them up in a tent, clear coast to make it shine, make me circle through the neighborhood 55 times.
I don't know what else, y'all. We gonna end on titties.
Oh, let him get his bar
off. Stout woman. You heard me? Stout. That's listen here. All the shout out to the stout women, hips, and real nice titties.
Even if they don't have real nice titties, we've got some small titty women out there that's wonderful.
That's true, but I'm specifically talking to y'all with nice because he said it. But actually, no, shout out to fucking 85 South, man. They talk about little titties, and the little titties and the little butts. Y'all appreciate it.
Big or small, we appreciate it all. Goddammit. With that being said, y'all go ahead and enjoy y'all weekend. We will see y'all back here on Monday. Thank you to those. Shout out to everybody that tuned in and was participating in the chat. We appreciate your love and support. Thank you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends to join in. Y'all can sit around and have a little party and listen to us on Saturdays in the evening, in the afternoon. Y'all can have a pop. Everybody listen on your own device because it helps run the numbers up. Don't cheat the shit.
That's a bar.
Everybody like y'all silent party. Goddamn it, y'all put your AirPods in and y'all all download the Good News Radio.
Did you hear what he said? Damn, that was crazy.
Like,
did you hear what he said?
Get together and enjoy that shit. But enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe. It's No Nut November or No Shave November.
Not participating in that shit.
Or whatever the no for November is that you want to.
That's me.
It's the no, I'm not doing that shit November.
That's me all November. Y'all kiss my. Yep.
You can do that. That could be the thing. This is no, I'm not doing that shit November.
Yep. I'm nutting this November. God damn it. Yeah, let it
season.
Let it snow. Let it snow. Oh yes. Bye.